Hello and welcome to Game Overcast. On this episode, Devil Triggers are pulled, E3 conferences are canceled, and Left 4 Dead comes back for blood. All this and more right now on Game Overcast.
This is pretty good.
Solid.
I have to say, that was pretty good.
Thank you.
I liked it. I like these new intros you're doing because it's nice.
Thank you. I mean, panic every single time we do it. I'm just like, don't screw up, don't screw up, don't screw up.
It's like less work for me, and I like that.
And I have it written here in the outline, but it occurred to me I can't be reading it, so it's like, hello and welcome to Game Over. I mean, I guess if you're listening, it doesn't matter, but if you're watching, it's like, what is Matt doing? Like, I'm anything from you. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Hi, and welcome to episode 44 of Game Overcast.
Thank you.
Welcome back. We missed you.
Yes.
I don't know. For some reason, my mic is over here. I sit here, but my mic is over here. I'm just, hang on a second.
Okay, but I have to
Minor
talk about
adjustments.
this because weird thing happened.
But yeah, creepy stuff.
So we came in.
I'm Matt, by the way. This is Britt.
Hi. It's nighttime. And because, you know, we always record at night. I don't know if you can tell. Some people say that they can tell.
Yeah. Mostly because we're in a Game Over and there's nobody in it.
That I was talking to. I was talking to somebody and they were like, "Yeah, I can tell that you guys record at night." Anyway, so I don't know if you can tell.
Because we're all pale and don't get any sun.
So we
record at night because we both have jobs.
I mean, no, we do, but
we
that
do.
sounded funny.
My job is here anyways, but
anyway, so we were setting up and then we find this note. This one
taped to the table that we do our recording on.
Yes, and it says, "I know it was you."
Yeah.
What?
So you may have seen this already because we posted to our
and we
Instagram.
are not making this up. This
like us on social media.
Just popped. It popped.
It was just
up.
here.
It was just.
So we're not sure who was directed at. It was under my seat, so I'm guessing it was me. So someone knows it was me. I mean,
I know. What did you do to somebody?
Many things on many occasions.
Did you like steal a snack from Junior or something?
On many occasions. Yes. I mean, chances are it was probably me.
I'm going to ask him because I really want to know what that means.
Yeah, I'm guessing it was probably Junior. It may have been Rosa, but it's like, yeah, I did it. I mean, I probably did it. I mean,
I want to know who did what.
I'd like to know what I'm being blamed for so I can take credit for it. But yes. Give us a tall, refreshing glass of Snipple. Or refreshing.
Gosh, refreshing.
If you're feeling
my.
a little bit stripped, a little bit bled, have some refreshing tonic.
We are going to talk about Devil May Cry.
And video games.
Like weird,
at some point also.
Fleshy demons,
yes.
I suppose.
Yes.
So it's
refreshing.
There you go.
That just sounds so disgusting.
It does.
It's like, what's that? You've been taken by the Cenobites? You need to be refleshed.
Hey, but the Cenobites are precious.
They are not. They're disgusting
yes, they are. I
and
think
horrifying.
They're so cute. Hellraiser is the bomb. And
yes, it is. But
I think
not
they're
cute.
Awesome.
There's nothing cute about Pinhead.
I think Pinhead is really cute, actually.
Can you hear that on the mic?
Cool. Okay.
It's not cool.
It's not when you do it. It's not. But
it's not cool when anybody does. Gnashing your teeth together is nothing cute about
that. The Cenobite is.
It's horrifying.
It's fun. The designs are really cool.
Cool, but not
I like
cute.
them.
There's nothing
I like
cute.
them.
I think they're awesome, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong here, people.
No, they're cute.
No. No. Like the actor normally is cute because he's got like the little like Picard like egghead thing and.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, but like Pinhead's not cute. He's creepy.
He's cute.
He's got like the evil like nipple rings from hell too. It's not good.
He's precious. I like him.
Anyways, on to the video game show. Man, I honestly think because I edit the show, it gets worse every episode. Like we get further, like we've strained farther from the light of Game Over Video Games at some point.
No, but truly, I just like to see how much I can make him work. Oh, you have to edit that out. I'm so sorry. Just kidding. I don't do that.
I just don't.
I don't
it's
do that.
It's great. Unless you cuss, I just don't. I'm like, whatever.
No, and you don't, yeah.
The few times I've edited stuff out.
He's left in me burping before. Yep. He just puts it at the end.
It's usually
my
fault.
Awful.
Like, the only things I edit out are when I rage too hard, even for me to be like, maybe not.
Okay, but that's only happened once.
Twice.
No, not twice.
I've edited out twice. At least.
I remember one time. I don't remember a second time.
It's at least twice.
One
one was a Nintendo rant, and the other one was when we were talking about. I think it was Blizzard being stupid and releasing cell phone games when no one wanted one. I think that's the other one we cut out. I'm not sure. I do not, however, want to argue about what I've cut out without arguing. So
I wasn't.
Whatever.
I was just saying. Like, do
I can just see it going like, I don't think it was that. I think it was this. I'm like, oh no.
Oh my god.
All right. So
yes.
Thankfully, I am skipping now playing because I don't know about you, but I've been really busy. I'm moving in like a week. and all of my stuff is packed. The only thing I haven't packed is my computer. So I've played some Final Fantasy. What is wrong with my voice? Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy.
You don't play that. Final Fantasy. Weehaw. We have nothing against folks that talk like that.
That's not true.
I mean,
yes,
many.
That's not.
It's not true. Ooh.
Whoa, that wasn't what I was talking about. Whoa. What I was saying is that's not true. Final Fantasy is not the only thing that you've been playing.
True. Well, I went over your place and played some Devil May Cry, but
Devil May Cry.
Yes, because I can't because my PS4 is packed. And my Xbox One is packed. And everything else.
If you have a southern accent, it's precious. We love you. So
yeah, I was gonna say
that's not what I was talking about.
My
oh my god,
family is from West Virginia. Yeah, it's okay.
Almost heaven.
Hey Brittany, what's that dressing you dip your fries in, or is on a salad
West
sometimes?
West Virginia.
What was it again? What was the name of that salad dressing? What is it? It's also like a
country road.
That's what I thought. Britt won't say ranch because she says ranch.
What? I just say.
Wrong. All right. So we're skipping now playing because
it's just Final Fantasy and Devil May Cry.
Yes, and not much of that, frankly. It's horrible.
And I think I haven't played as much Final Fantasy, so I played a lot to get to level 48. And now I have stayed at level 48 for a few days.
Forever.
Yeah, because I haven't played in a few days. I've been working on other stuff, so
And you have the XP buff. I don't. So if you transfer to a preferred but if you create a character on a preferred server, up to 60, you get double XP for everything, which is ridiculous. So Britt and all of our friends did that. Me, I transferred over my level 70 white mage for several reasons. One, it's level 70 already, but also there is no way I was ever going to do the filler quests that come after the main story of A Realm Reborn ever again. I don't care. I will take twice as long to level other classes. I don't care. Never again. And if you played...
See, I feel like I'm not going to have any issue with this because I don't mind.
Buddy. It's bad.
I don't mind. Because you know me, I'm weird. I really love fetch quests. I just love them. I don't know.
It's such a time sink. It's horrible.
And I don't mind grinding, so I feel like the filler quests aren't really going to bother me, but we'll see.
Because it hurts even more because the XP gain drops 90%. Because at that point, you didn't have to level anymore because you were already max level. So it's just all this junk. And it's literally, guys, 100 quests before you get to the first expansion, Heavensward. 100 quests of almost absolutely freaking nothing. Like, you get a couple cool dungeons and you get, like, the Shiva fight, but just there's so much just going to this town, then going to that town, going back to this town, watching cutscenes, skipping cutscenes. It's appalling. So yeah, I don't care. I'll level twice as fast. I've already got my Astrologian back to 64. I'm
what's
good.
crazy is, like, on top of that, because we have the XP boost because we only have that for 3 months, right?
Yep, you only have it, and then up to 60.
And up to 60. And then on top of that, we pre-ordered the new expansion that's coming out.
Shadowbringers, coming in July.
Yeah, so we got an earring that gives us even more XP.
Which I actually have,
a bigger XP bonus.
Up to 70.
Yes, so that's really cool.
Cool.
That's really cool, which is good. Because I'm gonna need it. The one day that I decide to cram Final Fantasy the entire day, because I also realized that I put a ton of conventions on my plate this year, and I'm starting to freak out a little bit because
it's true.
I need to prepare.
I'm like her panic thing,
and
where she'll call me up in the middle of the night and be
no.
like, "Wait, what do I do?"
I just realized that May is fast approaching.
Yes.
And that's when con season basically starts. So
kicks into high gear.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh no.
Tell me about it.
But anyway, I'm excited.
So
it's
cool.
Be fun.
That was the now playing that we skipped. Did you see how we skipped it?
Did you? Anyway.
Can't do it.
No.
Can't do it.
No.
We are going
going for 3 hours? Let's go for 3 hours.
No, I want to go home.
Just
I have
kidding.
boxes to fill.
Just kidding, David.
I have to edit this on my computer before I tear it apart and pack it.
Yes,
okay,
that's right.
It's gonna be horrible. So a lot of like announcements and neat little news things in the past 2 weeks, like a ton. There was more stuff I skipped, but we'll start with the top because holy crap. Nintendo Labo VR.
That's interesting.
Oh, no.
You don't think so?
No.
Why?
It's going to suck so bad.
Really?
Dude, the Switch can't do anything of that level. The Switch is going to... okay. Are you familiar, I think I've told you, with the term screen door effect?
No.
Okay, then you've forgotten because I remember telling you about it.
Yeah, you probably told me, but...
Anyone else out there, you might be... The screen door effect is when it's not necessarily on a low res screen. It's easy to see on a low resolution screen, but when you're close to a screen, like you remember when like get close to your TV or your computer screen, like get real close, get like right up there into it. And if you can see the kind of the gaps between the pixels, and it looks like looking through a screen door.
Okay, yeah.
It's a major problem with earlier and lower end VR headsets because your eyes are right there next to the screen. And if it's not super high res, it all has this kind of like grid, kind of hazy feel to it.
To be fair, though, I feel like those $20 VR headsets that work with your phone.
And they're
Okay. But what I'm saying is they've been on the market for a while, and I actually know a few people who don't mind using them.
To be fair, also, all those headsets do is plug your phone, which is higher resolution than the Switch. In some cases, twice the resolution
you
as your Switch.
You wouldn't think, because it doesn't... I mean, I feel like the Switch looks fine.
It does, but
also,
it really is very low res. I think the Switch by itself is 720p max.
Also,
my phone here is 1440.
Yeah. Also, I think it's cool that they're trying something like that. And who knows, maybe they'll perfect it and they'll do something else. But also, we also know the Labo wasn't really intended for adults. That's my personal opinion.
I don't think it was intended for anybody.
It was intended for kids. Because you can decorate, like...
To my understanding, the Labo was a pretty big flop.
Yeah, but...
Because no one wanted to pay $100 for cardboard.
Yeah, but I feel like it was definitely aimed towards children. I'm not saying that it sold exceptionally well.
Everything Nintendo is.
I mean, obviously it did sell.
Or towards the family, we could say.
Of course, the family, yeah. I feel like that's...
As in like a family of people, not like a cult or something. That would be... I just finished a book and the bad guys are a cult called the Family of the Red Death. And I'm like a bunch of like Cthulhu monsters playing the Switch.
Aw, that'd be cute. But it's aimed toward... It's family friendly.
Yes.
But I feel like the Labo specifically was aimed towards kids.
Yes.
Even in the commercials, they had kids and stuff, and you're decorating the thing, which seems like a lot of fun. But I feel like its demographic was definitely children.
Cardboard.
So I feel like this is also for children. I don't think a lot of adults will get the Labo VR.
The PlayStation VR has this issue because the PlayStation VR isn't that high res compared to like an Oculus or a Vive.
Okay, but I think the PlayStation VR looks amazing.
Yes, but even that has a bit of a screen door problem.
I don't see it. Okay.
But that's you don't see stuff like have I talked about you in movies on the show before where I envy your ignorance. Or not even your ignorance, just your forgetfulness sometimes, because every time we'll watch a movie together, even if it's a movie we've watched a dozen times, you'll be like, wow, this is like the first time, because it is. She remembers nothing.
No, I mean, if it's one that I haven't seen in a really long time.
We watched Kindergarten Cop the other day. We've seen that movie at least a dozen times.
No.
At least.
I think I've seen it maybe 2 times.
At
2
least.
or 3.
You don't remember that.
No, I know. It's been 2 or 3 times. But also, the last time I watched that movie, it was 6 years ago.
Nope.
So I couldn't. Yes, it was.
Nope.
Yes, it was.
Nope.
So I couldn't remember.
You guys want to hear? Y'all want to hear a funny story? Cool. I'm gonna tell you a story about toothpaste.
No.
This is a great story.
Lying.
So I was over at Britt's
lying
place
cat.
one morning.
We need a lying cat. Because it would call Matt out all the time.
She was getting ready to go out, as people do, kind of like dolling oneself up, as we do as people, how a lot of, especially I know as gamers or just people that spend a lot of times indoors, either like watching TV or playing video games or reading books. You know who you are. You're listening to me. You don't go outside unless you really have to.
Hey, maybe they go outside.
And that's fine. I personally don't because I live in Houston and the weather's disgusting. Sorry, Zach, it is. It just is. I mean, it's okay. It's also gross other places, but the weather here is nasty. I mean, it's nice right now, but you don't...
Oh my God, it's so nice right now.
You don't go outside and oh God, I love sweating when it's 70 degrees.
I do hate that feeling though when you walk outside and then all of your
gross.
Clothes immediately stick to you and it just feels...
it's a great I don't want to upset anyone. I love Houston's great, but the weather sucks. And the sooner you acknowledge that, the sooner we can move on. I mean, it's not good weather. The weather's bad. It's okay.
I feel like it depends on who you are.
We live in a swamp. It just is.
It's personal preference because I talk to so many people that are like, "Oh yeah, I moved to Texas because I love the heat," and I'm like, "What?"
But I mean, we can't make fun of those people that have head injuries. Britt.
I was born and raised here. Stop. I was born and raised here, so I love Texas. It's my home.
If you like it, that's fine.
The weather, I wish it was more like California weather. Every time we go to California, it's just it's amazing.
Like I'm
awesome.
If you like the weather, I'm happy for you. I'm kind of jealous because I wish I liked the weather where I live because it's gross.
It's just personal preference. Like I prefer the cold.
Yeah.
And a lot of people hate the cold.
I like arid climates. Also,
So.
I like sweating naturally as the good Lord intended.
Jackie hates the cold.
Jackie's afraid of dogs.
Yeah, that's true.
Once again, head injuries.
No.
That poor girl.
That's awful.
Friend of ours, by the way.
She's my best friend, actually.
Who's afraid of dogs?
Anyway. Okay.
Are you afraid of dogs? I mean, like not
big dogs.
Not big dog. She's a small girl. I mean, a really angry Pomeranian will send this girl running. I mean, it just.
Oh my God, that's not
it's
true.
Like, oh, it's a caterpillar.
That's not
hang
true.
on. What were we talking about?
I don't know. I don't
Labo.
remember.
There was something else in there somewhere.
Labo. Okay,
we're
talking about the PlayStation, and I feel like the PlayStation looks fine.
It does.
I think the Labo isn't really going to be that big of a deal.
The Labo is not going to look fine. The Labo is going to look like garbage and probably play even worse.
I think it'll be okay.
It's just okay. Well, that's good. I think it's going to be. I think it's
and
going to be awful.
I feel like it's also aimed towards an audience. Okay, so
that
if you're
can't tell how bad it is.
No, if you're wanting like the super latest VR thing, you're either going to have an Oculus Rift or you're going to have a PlayStation VR
or a Vive, HTC Vive.
Or a Vive, a Vive. But I feel like
if you want to have a Fisher Price VR set, you'll buy the. I like how you're not telling me no.
No, because I honestly it's aimed towards a different demographic, and I don't feel like that's a problem.
It's not. It comes back to where it's a great idea. The Switch can't handle it. The Switch won't be able to handle it.
We'll see.
There's going to be also really bad frame rates are very jarring and motion sick causing on VR also, which the Switch is also known for.
Well, I definitely will not be because I get motion sick.
You don't play VR because you get motion sick if I shake you.
Yeah, I get motion sick very easily.
Oh, she's done. Look at that.
There are certain VR games surprisingly enough, I was okay when I played Eve Valkyrie. I was fine.
You do okay with rail stuff. Anything where you actually
rail
have to move,
shooters are fine.
It ain't good.
Right. It depends on what it is, but yeah.
But I mean, it's cool that they're trying it. The Switch.
I think it's
the
cool
Switch
too.
is not a powerful enough platform to handle anything decent.
And personally, I feel like there is an understanding, like I've said, that it's towards a different demographic.
Well, so we can move on. I'm sorry.
And it's not going to be.
And before they relaunch F-Zero exclusively on Labo VR, and I just have to.
Oh my God! Would you get it?
Nope.
Yes, you would.
Nope.
He's a liar.
Nope.
Lion cat. We need a lion cat.
No, I wouldn't do it because it would be some kind of awful thing.
Here, I'll be lion cat.
It's like shake your Joy-Cons to go faster or something stupid like that.
He would definitely get it.
Whatever. We'll see. I mean, maybe. Please. I hope I'm proven wrong, and it's like the best thing in the world. But anyway, so moving on, because this is just. We're just trudging along. Thank God bless you, wonderful people who actually put up with this. I mean, I'm glad you enjoy it because we have a lot of fun. But it just
it is fun.
It's just a cluster truck every time. It really is. It's a game.
It's not
proved
that
it.
bad.
I proved it. So this just kind of blew my skirt up here a little bit. This is great. Turtle Rock Studios, the guys behind Left 4 Dead, have announced a spiritual successor called, wait for it, Back 4 Blood, and that's Back 4 Blood. Yeah,
that's the best title ever.
It's such a reference to the first game. Also, it's great.
Oh yeah, they're not trying to be
not
subtle in the least, which I think is amazing. But I don't understand why they can't just make Left 4 Dead.
Valve owns it.
But why won't
It's probably
Valve?
going to be an Epic Store exclusive.
But why won't Valve let them make Left 4 Dead?
Who knows?
It's their game.
I mean,
come on.
Valve's got their own issues right now, but so. I'm just stoked because I've mentioned on the store dozens of times just the hundreds of hours I put into Left 4 Dead 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't tell you why because it's a basic co-op shooter. It's really solid. The gameplay is amazing. The PC modding community, I say modding, sorry. So Stab was was just amazing. It was so much fun. Turtle Rock pretty much saying we're making Left 4 Dead, but we're making it with because that was a decade ago, by the way. Who wants to feel old with me? A decade ago is when Left 4 Dead came out. Oh my God. They're going to take that game and take what they've learned with games like Evolve, which all that game failed, I thought was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And pretty much make Left 4 Dead using modern tech and modern techniques. And it's like, oh, it's going to be so good. Oh my God.
I think that sounds really cool. And Left 4 Dead was a great game. I feel like you liked it so much just because all of the elements happened to be there.
Yep.
You know, it was fun. You had fun playing it with your friends.
Yeah.
Amazing co-op. The mods were amazing. I'm going to say it again. The Teletubby mod.
Circuit City closed. I had nothing better to do at the time.
The best. Teletubbies. The best.
Teletubbies playing as Hyperdimension Neptunia characters. Killing evil dead-eyed Teletubbies. Having the tank replaced with...
the best.
Did I mention before where you could replace the music? There was like a file. You go in and change the like when the tank came, it was like da 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 da, like evil, like angry music when the tank would come and just like just mess your stuff up pretty much. So you can go in and change that file to any other audio file you wanted it to be. So there would be audio files where people go in and like change it into the Thomas the Tank Engine songs. Just dun 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 when it just comes like smashing your face in.
God.
I personally changed it to Flog and Molly Salty Dog. So it was like da 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 da. So just this big angry drunk guy coming in beating the crap out of everyone. It was hilarious to laugh while you're being murdered. It was like, ow.
Oh God.
It was great.
That's funny.
It was even better in a multiplayer match. It was just cracking up. So this was just announced. A lot of the stuff on here was literally announced like 2 days ago or like today in some cases. But just a lot of awesome stuff. So yeah, Back 4 Blood. It's coming someday, probably next year, I'm guessing at least. But it's coming. I can wait. It's going to be awesome. Moving on, some less than stellar news here. And EA is the devil. No, EA is skipping E3. It's a domino effect now, baby. I mean,
know,
we've got
that's so surprising.
Nintendo's gone, been gone. Sony's gone.
Yeah, but Nintendo has gone for a while.
But then Sony dropped, and now EA's dropped. We're running out of heavy hitters.
I have to say, though, it does make me feel a lot better because when I heard that Sony was dropping, I was freaking out and I was really scared about that. But now that other people are dropping, I'm a little less nervous because I was wondering what that meant for Sony, because I don't want Sony to fail, and I don't want them to not have anything in the next generation. I don't want them to suck. You know what I mean?
I've called it before. Microsoft is going to beat the living heck out of Sony next generation.
Maybe. I'm worried that the success that Sony's been having with the PlayStation 4 is getting to their heads.
Yep. You can
I'm a little concerned.
You really like
they're definitely, but we don't know. I mean, they could just not be. I'm sure they're looking into the future. I'm sure they're taking things into consideration. We just don't know. But it was I was scared to hear that they were dropping out of E3 because I felt like, oh my gosh, there's nothing to show. What are they going to do? But now that I hear that EA is dropping, which I think is really strange, I feel a little bit better that they're not the only ones. Though it's still scary.
If anything, it just makes me sad because
it is sad.
E3 is not becoming what it's kind of dying.
Yeah.
Like E3 is going away because Nintendo's been gone for almost a decade now.
It's been a long time.
It's been like five or so years at least,
it's a
I think.
long time, yeah.
And then Sony's not going to be there. So that's 2 of the big 3 gone from E3. Like, ouch. It's 2/3 of your star power gone.
I mean, they still have like Microsoft and there's Ubisoft.
Microsoft is going to run
or
that
Ubisoft,
show this
however
year.
you want to say it. There's
for now.
That's true.
Like, who else is not going to show up to E3?
I feel like they would say we're March. E3's in
EA just said so like a week ago.
That's true. But I feel like others would say, have already said so, or they would have said so by now.
But either way, it makes me sad because E3's not the same.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the cool thing it was anymore. It kind of gave me that whole like, man, things aren't like they used to be, kind of like old man kind of thing. And it reminded me of like, man,
Blockbuster.
I miss Blockbuster.
I know, me too.
I miss Hollywood Video. I miss video arcades. I miss high school.
What? Nobody misses high school.
Everybody does after they get a job. I'm sorry. They may not miss they may not miss high school, but they miss like not having a job and not having to have a job and pay
responsibilities.
Bills
maybe.
Yeah,
stress.
it's like, oh man, I gotta get up. Mom, dinner. Just like the hard life that we all had going to school. It was real tough.
No, I don't miss that. But I do miss,
it wasn't.
I do miss Blockbuster.
Yes. I've told you. Have I told you? I know, like the camera is going to answer me. My Hollywood Video story.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you know it.
I think you have. Mm-hmm. I think you have, but I don't know.
Okay, well, just in case. If not, you can fast forward a minute or two. So many years ago, it had to be because they're not here anymore. But I went to a Hollywood Video and rented a couple movies. It would have to be a long time ago because they're not here. Haven't been here for a while. There was a Hollywood Video like down the street from one of my apartments. Like the first apartment I got actually when I moved here, so a long time ago. It was like a decade ago. It had to be because I've been here for over 10 years now. Oh God. And I rented a couple movies and kind of forgot about it. And I think it was like 8 or 9 days went by. And it occurred to me, oh crap, I forgot to return my movies. I got to go. So I hopped in the car, drove a block down the street to Hollywood Video, and it was gone. And you'd think, oh, the building, it was closed. No. The building was gone.
That's so weird to me because I feel like when you rented movies, I feel like they would have told you.
You would think so.
Because
it was only a few days late, I swear.
Or there would be, were there closing signs?
Not that I noticed.
No?
I may have been really oblivious.
So weird.
Customers tend to not read signs. Just in general. But, oh God. I got back there and it was just a pile of rubble. And the hilarious part is this is one of the ones that had like a detached drop box where you could just drive by and drop it in. That was still there. So I was compelled to be like, maybe I should just put them in the box. So just set it on top of the rock in the middle of the building, be like, done, out of my hands.
Oh no.
But so that was funny. But yeah, that's the whole thing with EA and me going like sad old man nostalgia trip.
I really don't feel like I don't feel like it's going away. I feel like it's evolving because look, Sony does their own thing.
That's the nice word for going all digital, just so you know.
And then
they have the PlayStation Experience thing or whatever, which they canceled last year.
And then Nintendo does their Treehouse or whatever it is that they call it.
Directs. They do Nintendo Directs. You keep calling it Treehouses.
Yeah.
That's their E3 like live stream thing.
Same thing.
It's actually two separate things.
Same thing though. Same concept, same difference.
It makes me sad because like everything else in the universe, it's all going bloody digital and no one talks to anyone anymore. And I'm an old man. I still call people. I don't text people.
I don't think it's go. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I just feel like there's no need to do a million of them a year. Mm-hmm. And maybe they're just realizing that. And then, I don't know.
It makes me sad because that was like the big
I'm trying to be positive.
I appreciate that because I can't right now. Like I'm usually not, but right now I can't. I'm just
Are you crying right now? No, I'm kidding.
A little bit. On the inside, I'm always crying, actually.
Oh, man.
Yep, that's right. There's a really good Motown song right there. You can see the tracks of my tears. Sorry, moving on. Moving on to even less good news for me personally. Anthem's a disaster.
Oh no. It had such promise.
I mentioned last show where it's so fun to play and it feels so good and it, for the most part, looks so good. I said that because there's some really disgusting visual glitches sometimes, but my God, it's broke. And it's gotten more broke and it's real broken right now. Like, oh God.
Yeah, but is it fun?
To a point.
Because I feel like that's all that matters.
It's literally doing Diablo 3, where Diablo 3 was fun, but you had no reason to play it once you hit max level because you had to work for eons to get one legendary, and it would be for a different class, or it would be a crappy roll. You remember that garbage. You remember that it was horrible in the beginning. Like Diablo 3 was so like it was the best action RPG ever, but you had no reason to do anything. Mm-hmm. That's where Anthem is right now, where there is zero endgame. And when you think...
Yeah, I mean, it's all about perception, but okay.
There is zero endgame. Zero.
Yeah.
Zero. Nothing.
Well, I feel like they're just going to keep working on it.
That's the idea.
You just have to stick with it.
It launched with nothing. And considering there's no PvP aspect, and they've been working on this for 5 years, it needed to have something.
I think it's curious that they did that. I mean, why they felt the need to rush it out.
My theory is they rushed it out to beat the Division 2. Because they knew Division 2 was going to have a better launch because Division 2 is a better game. Mm-hmm. I'm not playing the Division 2, but I played the beta and I didn't have a jetpack or a robot. So I'm like, but it's a more complete game.
I mean, but even so why feel the need to launch it before Division? I mean, they could have launched it after.
You know the theory, right?
No.
The easy theory, it's EA, they wanted the fast buck and now they're going to shut down BioWare and that's the end of them.
I hope not.
Because Andromeda was kind of a flop also. Mm-hmm. So if this dies, they're probably just going to be like, bye-bye BioWare, add it to the list of things that EA has murdered. But so specific problems with the game, though. Okay, there's no end game. There might be some coming in the future, which, just like Destiny, coming in the future, even though this launched with significantly less, like exponentially less than Destiny 2 launched with.
Didn't they say that they were going to have DLC?
Yes, and it's going to be free.
Yeah, exactly. So there was going to be, I don't want to call it a season pass, but basically like DLC content.
Yes.
The difference was you weren't going to have to pay for it.
It's a dirty word. It's called games as a service. Mm-hmm. And it's a horrible word because it usually means games launch with diddly squat and you'll get it later. It's just a shame. But
so it's like, here, play what we have now.
Yes.
And
then the problem with that though is when you don't have a lot of time to play games like me and yet you still get to level 30 in a week and have nothing to do. Mm-hmm. what are you supposed to do? Like normally you'd be like, okay, it'll be Diablo. So I'll go grind, because it has the the higher difficulty levels. I'll grind for better gear, get better stuff, and keep going. In the 2 weeks since I've talked last, they have repeatedly broken, fixed, and broken, and then fixed, and then broken again the gear or the loot drop system for people, where it was not so good, and then it was really great, and then they fixed it so it was not so good, and then it was really great, and it was not so good again. And people are just like, why don't you just make it good?
I think they're just trying to find a balance. Maybe it's not. I'm sure making games isn't easy.
It's not, but these are old tricks that should frankly be easy for a triple day multi-million-dollar triple A multi triple day. Game takes 3 days to make, and it's all you get, special price. But
Oh my God.
triple A multi-million-dollar studio that's made a dozen games. Like this is the same people saying this is exactly what happened to Diablo, where it's like they figured out, hey, give players a lot of stuff. And they'll make them happy. Like don't choke off the loot. Open the floodgates. Make it rain. That kind of thing. Like it's really simple here, guys. Really
Yeah,
simple.
but at the same time, you can't make it too easy.
No, but you give people stuff.
Yeah,
So-
there definitely has to be a nice balance
Yes.
because you want to work for something, but you also don't want to get annoyed.
Yes.
That I can definitely understand.
So like right now where Diablo is, it's great. Once you get to max level, you'll get a legendary about every hour, and that's awesome because it's the loot need. It's the bug. And this in Anthem, you could play. It's like when Destiny 2 Forsaken launched. I still, to this day, don't have any Forsaken exotics. They've allegedly fixed that, but I stopped playing it at that point. That was a problem. That was a big problem.
Yeah, because that's a lot of time.
Yep. That's what Anthem has right now, where you just don't get anything.
Oh
And
my
you get
God,
it,
I'm
it sucks.
so sorry. I keep yawning. I'm just
It's
like,
okay. I'm
"Ugh."
used to you. You're just bored by life.
No, that's not true. Not true at all.
But that's an issue. And then past that issue and the no endgame content, someone on Reddit did an exhaustive kind of survey where they found out that gear doesn't matter. And your power scaling in Anthem is a joke, and your gear is worthless.
Wait, what do you mean gear doesn't matter? What does it even mean?
Okay, your gear has power scores. Okay, it
Okay.
has like a power level, not like your character level, but a power level between 30 and 75. Okay. And as you progress, the gear quality, as it goes up, the power levels go up. So it's like normal, rare, what is it, like masterwork, legendary, this exotic stuff, but it doesn't matter. I think it's white, green, blue, purple, orange, and yellow. Okay, standard loot stuff. Okay, and the power level goes up with it to a maximum of 75. Currently, you have overall power score like a light level or a battle of a power, or like every other freaking game in the universe does now, to show your overall like battle readiness. That score is derived, and your power is derived by averaging all of your gear. Can you see how this is a problem? Can you, dear viewers or listeners, figure out how that is a problem? That means if you have a 75 power gun and a 30 power component, you will actually be stronger if you take off the component and don't socket anything else at all. That's a really big problem. As opposed to your gear just cumulatively adding to your power, it's balanced. So the stronger gear is made weaker by the weaker gear, to the point where taking off the weaker gear would make you stronger without the gear at all.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yes. So the only way to be a true level is to have every single slot be a legendary 75. Otherwise, you're just your power, the power of that 75. Yeah. Considering the abysmal drop rate right now, it's impossible. So without that, your 75 weapons power is reduced. It's insane.
Well, nothing is impossible.
It's like a great. No, but if you have a billion hours to get it,
yeah.
and then hope, it's just bad. So what that means also is because the power levels is you want builds are out the window because you just hit harder by having a certain thing. So instead of having a weapon that would be conducive to your build, you just want the strongest gun regardless. In a game like Diablo, that's not the case, where you'll have weaker weapons, but they fit your build so you do more damage. Doesn't work that way in Anthem. Your strongest gun makes you more better, period. So that just kind of makes everything, once again, you don't have any reason to grind for more stuff. It's more boring, less to do, no end game. You see where I'm going with this. Is a problem. I
see.
So it's just, that's very heartbreaking because they have such a good game skeleton and there's nothing to do. And it seems like they're only making it worse.
Well, I feel like they just need some time to try to balance things out. Like I said, making a game isn't easy. So if you think it's fun, I personally feel like you should stick with it. And even if you don't play it for a while, don't give up on it. Just wait until they come out with more content.
They don't have a lot of time. That game,
you know what I mean?
That game's falling like a block of lead right now. They need to do something fast or it's going to die.
I just feel like it might die for a little bit, and then once people once they announce something and people realize like, oh hey, they did something new, then people will come back to it.
Quite possibly. I think in this day and age, especially with the Division out now.
Yeah. Because, the same thing happened with Destiny.
Mhm.
Because you're not the first person who's told me that you feel like there was nothing to do, and then it wasn't until they released other content in the future. It was
a pretty universal sentiment about the game, yeah.
Yeah, so, and then people flocked back to it, and Destiny's amazing. People love it now. So.
I hope you're right, but it's also EA, and they just shut
happen.
things down when they don't succeed. So, me personally, I'm expecting BioWare to be dead by the end of the year.
No way.
Absorbed and destroyed.
I don't think so.
It's happened to literally everyone else. I was like, no, it won't happen to Visceral. No, it won't happen to Westwood. It did.
But I feel like BioWare is a little bit of a bigger name than Visceral and Westwood.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No,
I do.
They are now, but not when they were a thing. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. But EA has a precedent for doing this.
I understand, but I think that's a little doomy and gloomy. I think it's fine, and they have to give them time.
I don't think it is when the company has a history of doing this to games that have flops that the company has forced them to release before they were done for a quick buck. It's what EA does. It's why people hate them. So hopefully it won't happen, but it's what EA does to these companies. That they buy them, they make them push out really crappy games. The games don't sell well for some magical reason because they were pushed out before they were done, and EA fires everybody. And then, gets the profit from the crappy game and moves on. It's a rinse and repeat thing with EA. Mm-hmm. It's a reason why they're the worst company in the world or whatever that vote thing is that they keep getting. They're real bad. It's great for business for the people in charge, but really bad for other people. But anyways, we can move on. Sorry. Back to other good news. Mm-hmm. So Yacht Club Games, the guys who made that one thing about that guy what has a shovel in the knighthood. You know what I'm talking about? That's that Shovel Knight game.
Could it be called Shovel Knight?
It's a tiny indie game. You might have heard of it. You may have to look it up. They announced a new game.
Sorry. I got really excited.
Not what it's called.
Not because of that.
Not what it is. They showed a picture.
But there's a ninja.
There's a ninja overlooking a dark, evil, Armageddon city kind of thing.
And it looks super cool.
Sold.
Yeah.
Sold. We're going to see it at PAX.
Really?
In a couple weeks. Yeah, we're going to see what it is at PAX.
Cool.
I'm so happy because Shovel Knight was freaking awesome, but I'm glad they're moving on because they milked the crap out of that game to the point where it's getting kind of old. So it's stop, but move on. I mean, it looks like they're making kind of like a Ninja Gaiden kind of thing.
Ooh, that'd be nifty.
Mm-hmm.
It looks really cool. I definitely play it. But because you said Shovel Knight.
Hi, we're back. Sorry about that.
Hi.
People hitting the walls late at night because that's what they do.
It was a super loud noise and something fell and we were terrified that someone was trying to get in.
Indeed-ooski.
But anyway, so you were talking about
ninjas.
Yes. And that new game.
Ninjas
and it looks
breaking
really cool.
into our store.
And then and then I got really excited because I remembered Hollow Knight is getting a physical release, and I am so stoked for the Switch.
Yeah. With an overpriced special edition.
I want that special edition so bad.
$70 for a brooch and a comic book.
I know. I can't justify the $70, but I really want it. That brooch is so precious.
I'm proud of you for not buying it.
Thank you so much.
That's a bit much because that game's $20.
I already own the game digitally.
So you're paying $50 for a little thing.
I know. Well, the game is $35 because the physical game is going to be $35.
The actual game's $20. So you're paying $15 more for a game
minus
anyways.
The DLC.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully, I don't have the DLC because I thought there wasn't going to be a physical release of Hollow Knight. So I bought it digitally. Yes, I was sad, but I thought that was the only way I was going to be able to get it. So as soon as I heard that they were releasing a physical version, I was super happy. I'm definitely going to buy it, and I'm super stoked because it has the DLC, and I don't have the DLC, so I feel like I can justify that purchase. You know what I mean? I feel good about it. But the $70 collector's edition, I really want it.
It's a bit much.
But I only want the little brooch.
It's a bit much.
So I decided I would just go on their website and buy a bunch of merch instead.
Oh my God. Okay. Whatever. Moving on.
Anyway.
So Ninjas, Hollow Knight, and one more bit of news. Cool. This literally just dropped. Mm-hmm. So Studio Dreamlight Entertainment, or Dreamlit, whatever, comprised of I'm not sure. Yeah, Dreamlit. I think it is Dreamlight actually, but I'm just an idiot. Comprised of a lot of people who made Hawken, which if you haven't played it, it's a really great mecha game. They announced a game called Towers just today. and towers. Yeah, it looks like Breath of the Wild with multiplayer.
I was gonna say, is it a tower defense game?
No, it's that video I showed you.
Oh yeah, that looks just like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, where you have the same freaking like paraglider thing, but it's like Breath of the Wild with like some survival and building elements to it. You can like build little camps and towns and then go hunting and swishing. That's
swishing.
Fishing and swimming. Swishing.
You can go swishing.
You can go swishing. It's possible. The future is now, swishers. with your nice bottle of Snipple.
Oh no. Yes, exactly.
But very little is known. It was just announced. It took like 6 people did it over a year.
That's super cool. And I saw that, and these characters have these really cool masks. It's amazing.
It looks very Studio Ghibli, very kind of Nazca Valley of the Wind. Like, because you didn't watch some of it where like these giant like forests of like fuzzy plants and like these weird creatures.
Yeah, and those weird creatures. Yeah. Ooh, I will definitely
So it looks really cool.
I'll play that with you. When is that coming out?
Never.
No, don't say that.
Very far away kind of thing. Like a lot of the games on here like that one and then Back for Blood.
Mm-hmm.
Really far away.
Who knows?
Really far away.
Especially if as such a small group of people are working on it, then it's definitely going to take time.
Studios,
yeah, for sure. But that's cool.
Yeah, but
I'm excited.
But let's move on to question of the show, because I swear to God, the show's going to be shorter than the last 3. We're going to do it. We're going to do it fast. It's going to be great. You ready? Okay, here we go.
We'll think about it.
Question of the show. Talk fast now. All right, since this is the Devil May Cry show. Funny comment, by the way. Someone on the YouTube channel commented, I'd be interested in Devil May Cry show. Hey,
you're awesome.
Here we go.
So is Devil May Cry.
Here we go. This is the predictable question of the show.
Yes, super.
Your favorite legendary demon killer?
Hands
Dante,
down,
Virgil,
Dante.
Nero. I mean, obviously it's Nero.
It's Dante all the way.
Oh,
How? No.
Bro.
Dante's the original. Dante's the best.
Original isn't always best.
And Dante is the most handsome.
I mean, really.
So well, I guess Dante and Virgil are
looks
twins.
Like a freak in 5. He looks like a crazy alcoholic old man. Yes, they're twins.
Yeah, they're twins.
Yes.
So I guess, But Dante is definitely the cooler.
Dante looks so crazy in the new one. He is
does.
not. I'm
He looks
sorry.
great.
Well, Nero looks like kind of
fine. Nero?
Kind of fine.
Nero is looking good in this one. I have to say, in Devil May Cry 5, Nero's looking pretty good.
He was looking good in 4. He just had the longer hair. He's all cleaned up now. It's because, he's living with this girl now, so she snapped him into shape.
He's kind of a little punk in 4. I'm going to be real. He's a little punk.
Not as big of a punk as Dante was
no
in DMC.
Way.
Anyways.
No way. Wait, you mean DMC and not Devil May Cry?
So I would definitely say Nero. I know you would say Dante, because Nero's so cool.
I mean, Nero is pretty cool, but it's Dante.
For reasons I'll explain down the line.
No one is cooler than Dante. Dante's the best. He's so great.
Dante is very cool.
And he's cheeky, and he's the right kind of cheeky.
You know what brings Dante down for me? It's got to be, I didn't like him in 2, because he was just, like, all of his sass was gone.
I do love the sass.
I didn't like him in 3, because there was too much sass, and he was just kind of a brat in 3. And then, in DMC, I kind of wanted to set him on fire. Like, I'm sure most people did.
Okay, but you can't. Nero is super.
Nero was awesome in 4.
So remember,
and so far, we'll get there. He's really awesome in 5.
I feel like he was also a little bit of a punk. You're not. You're too hard on Dante.
It's because he's Dante, and everyone. I got to stand up for my boy, the true hero, Nero. The man with the hand or no hand in 5. I mean, whatever.
Nero the hero.
Yeah.
This turned into Hercules.
Or Nero, the dead weight, as he's referred to in the game.
No.
It's like, no, Nero. Or crazy old man Dante. He's like, no.
Crazy old man Dante is the best.
But, we'd like to hear your answers on this, obviously. Or if you had any thoughts on the news, any of the cool games coming out, let us know. Podcast@gameovervideogames.com. Or drop us a line on social media or on YouTube. Let us know. And on that note, we already technically took a break where we ran away and screamed towards the door. Do you just want to keep going? Or do you need a break? You need a break?
Kind of.
I guess we're going to take a break then. We'll be right back.
Okay. That was an unexpected break. It doesn't count.
It's unacceptable.
My heart was pounding because I'm like, ninjas are trying to break through the door.
So I guess real break, and then we'll go back. Bye. Hey there, everybody. It's Matt and Britt to let you know that we're now on social media.
Yay!
That's right. Game Overcast is on Facebook and Instagram. And here's Britt to give you the addresses.
Yes, so you can follow us on Instagram at Game Overcast. And on Facebook, it is at Game Overcast USA.
That's right. So follow us, leave a like. Can you like? You can like that stuff, right?
So on Instagram you can like posts, and then on Facebook you can do follow, and then I don't know, you like stuff too.
Can you heart stuff?
You can like all the stuffs and heart all the
heart
stuffs
all the likes
because you love us.
That's right.
Love us.
So yeah, go on and give us a follow.
Love us.
Facebook and Instagram, Game Overcast. Heart the likes.
Love.
Hello.
Hi.
We're back.
Hi.
The time has come, and so have we. I've been waiting to use that line for a long time. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
In 4, the song is like, the time has come, and so have I.
Oh,
Devil May Cry has some amazing music. It's so bad.
Dude,
so
it
good.
really does, though.
5,
and
ooh.
yeah.
Yeah,
And playing 5, I'm like, okay, I'm really digging this. And that reminds me why I love Devil May Cry. It's been a long time since I've played a Devil May Cry. And I mean, all the way through, I should say, because every now and then I feel like I may have played like a little bit here and there, but actually played it all the way through. And playing 5 just really reminds me why I love the franchise.
It's so good. And you're so bad.
I am not that bad.
We will get there, though,
God.
when we get to 5.
Whatever.
So let's do...
I got an A.
We'll do some history.
Just get out of here.
Overall,
Get out of my
I don't know
face.
how. It was pity A.
Just get out of here.
It was like an, here you go, A.
But it doesn't matter. What matters is that I get through the game, and it's fun, and I love it, and it's good, and the characters are great.
No
and the
style,
music is
guys.
awesome.
No style at all. But anyways, we'll start. First off, I have to acknowledge a certain individual who is griping about not being able to be on the show because he lives in Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
Who shall remain unnamed. No, Dan, look. Sorry.
Yes.
I was there and he's like, what, you doing Devil May Cry without me? That's not fair, man. Like, the real truth is, Dan, I just don't like you. No, you couldn't be on the show because you always agree with Britt, and we can't have that at all. But
yes, that's why we need you on the show more, because you always agree with me. I mean, let's face it, it's because I'm always right.
That's not true. That's not true at all. Just Dan's of a positive mind like you are, and I'm more like a realistic mind. But seriously, though,
so Dan's the best.
We'll work it out so we get you on another show. But yeah, shout out to Dan. Shout out to your boy also if he's listening. That would be pretty cool. And yes, Gundam is cool.
It is.
His son drew me a Gundam.
I remember.
And it's so cool.
So good.
Hanging up my apartment, by the way.
So good.
You draw better than she does.
Yes, you do. No, really. I mean, I wish I could draw a robot like that. I feel like I cannot draw robots to save my life. And, you know, I wanted to do, because I love Transformers, and I wanted to do a Bumblebee. And then I sat and I was like, okay, I'm going to do the Bumblebee. And then I did a sketch and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do something else.
Did it become more of like a Burblebee, this weird, deformed, like sad robot? Like.
But yes, I was really impressed by that Gundam that you drew. It was really, really good. So.
Oh, yeah. So give me more. Plus.
Yeah. Keep it up, little man. It was awesome.
So Devil May Cry, right? So funny story. Did you know, not really funny, just a neat little historical anecdote. Did you know that Devil May Cry was originally Resident Evil?
You know, no, I did not. But you told me that when we were doing this, and then I was like, holy cow, that makes a lot of sense.
They were fixing to make it the first PS2 Resident Evil game. And then along the line, they realized that this is nothing like Resident Evil at all. Instead of scrapping it, they turned it into this, Devil May Cry.
Which, best decision ever.
Yeah.
So good.
It's weird that Capcom's done this. Capcom? I can't, man.
English is hard, I'm telling you.
English difficult. Capcom's done this twice now. They did it with Devil May Cry, and then they did it again later on where they're like, hey, you know, let's make a Resident Evil game, but with ninjas.
And we'll call it Onimusha.
And then, and it turned into Onimusha. It's like,
that's fine. If that's your formula, start with Resident Evil and then make awesome games.
Go for it.
Go for
that's
it.
Where everything came from. You know, that's where Monster Hunter came from, right?
No way.
No.
Okay. What? I'm gullible. You can't do that.
Not to my
me.
knowledge, anyways. Like everything. It's weird because once you like Devil May Cry 5 runs off of the Resident Evil engine that they use for remake. For Resident Evil 2 makes like everything does stem from Resident Evil.
Right now.
It's the best.
I mean, would believe it though.
Yeah, it's just that's like their one thing. They're like, we'll make this.
I feel like Devil May Cry does look so Resident Evil though. All the colors are there. You know,
it's just very stylistically different. We'll say nicely, but so yeah, dude, Devil May Cry was one of my first PS2 games actually. Because I think I mentioned before, I had a GameCube and then I backtracked and bought a PS1 specifically because I wanted to play Final Fantasy IX and I didn't have the money to buy a PS2 because Final Fantasy IX, as you may or may not know, probably don't know, was the only game up to that point of the 7, 8, 9, the only Final Fantasy that wasn't released on PC. 7 was, 8 was, 7's soundtrack was a travesty. It was like this bad like MIDI remix, but both of them were on PC. 9 never happened. I was so pissed. And it finally came out like now. But was it like, I know it came out on Switch like a week ago, didn't it? Was it on PC also?
No, it's been on Switch for a while.
It's been like a month.
Like a month, yeah.
Okay.
But
they skipped 8, so screw them. But anyways, it's what happened to 9. They just skipped it. It never happened.
Yeah.
But
that's
so
interesting.
I had that, and then I traded in my
I'm okay.
PS1.
I get my favorite ones.
For a PS2. And I remember one of my first, I had that Giants Citizen Kabuto game, which I think I've talked about before also. And I don't think it was right then, but then I definitely got Devil May Cry almost immediately because, let's face it, PS2 launch titles were kind of crap for the most part. I'm not sure if you remember, but I don't remember. I think it was like Summoner and a couple other like.
Oh, really, I remember that. Yeah. I remember Summoner.
Some less than, not bad, but.
Okay, Summoner, and then also Blood Omen.
Yeah, I didn't like that very much either. Legacy of Kain?
Yes! You didn't play that game?
I did. I didn't like it.
What? And Blood Rain?
For some reason, I really liked the sequel.
Blood Rain.
No, not Blood Rain, but no, different game. Those games I didn't like at all, actually.
What?
I'm not going to lie. I did like the attractive redheaded vampire who seemed to really enjoy her work, if you get what I mean.
Those games were
Family
really
show.
fun. I really loved those
I never
games.
got into it. I don't know why.
They were super fun.
Because to me, it was like, I'll go play Devil May Cry instead.
Yeah, I mean...
But hang on, Legacy of Kain. What was the sequel where you played as the? Oh my god! I'm in so much. My gamer cred's been ruined that I had any. Soul Reaver. There we go. Soul Reaver. Yeah, Soul Reaver. Yeah, was it Soul Reaver?
I don't remember.
Soul. It's got to be. If it's not, whatever. But that was cool. I just didn't really. I don't know why.
I'm like trying to filter through the PlayStation 2 games I had. And I owned Devil May Cry, all of them.
Save us by going back into Devil May Cry.
Yes, and then I owned Blood Omen, and then I owned Summoner. I also owned Summoner.
Yeah.
And Champions of Norath, because it's the bomb.
Oh, of course, yes. But I remember picking up Devil May Cry. I'm like, this game looks kind of cool. And then there's this snarmy guy, sitting there with his feet up on a desk, and this pretty blind lady comes in, and I'm at this point like teenagers are like, yeah.
Oh my god.
And she goes and she kicks a sword into his chest. I'm like, oh well, there goes the credits. All right, whatever. And he gets up with a sword in his chest. And throughout the game, as you get weapons, you just get stabbed by them. Remember when you get your second sword, it nails you to the ground, and you stand up like vampire style. And the sword comes out your chest, like the hilt and everything. Did you notice that? Like a whole like giant hilt. Like, ow, Dante, just pull it out, brah. It ain't good, but
Dante's awesome.
Something that I think that resounds because Dante, it's a hack and slash. It's a beat 'em up kind of thing.
Of course.
Something that Devil May Cry had that I would think that like Blood Rain wouldn't have, or even Legacy of Kain, is it had style. It just had style just dripping. Even the first one before, like the style meter didn't happen until 3. I think, because you had this awesome guy, this edgy dude. Okay, just dude in trench coat, white hair, guns and sword. I mean, that's as cool as it gets.
I mean, he's super rad.
It really is.
And he's half demon, which is even more rad.
I need to make a list of cool characters with white hair and trench coats, because at least Sephiroth and Dante.
Yeah,
there was a couple anime villains that were like that. Sephiroth is
definitely on there. Oh, the little blob character.
That's right. Does he have from how I was reincarnated as a blob or something?
Something about being reincarnated as a slime.
Slime, that's right. Yeah.
I can't remember the whole
title. Is that really
title.
a trench coat he has? Though it's like a little jacket,
he doesn't
floppy
have
thing.
But he has white hair.
It's blue.
It's blue.
It's definitely blue.
Are you sure?
100%.
Just kidding.
Colorblind, Brittany.
No, but it's like a super light blue.
It's like a sky blue, but it's definitely blue. It's definitely blue.
It looks almost. I'm about to look it up right now.
You go ahead. It's definitely blue.
Put a picture right here.
Why would you do that?
Make sure it's white. Make sure he has white hair.
Okay.
Just kidding.
You asked for it. But so it just had so much style, and it had
yes. And let me tell you, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you get it.
Like from the moment I saw Devil May Cry, I knew. Like I was like, yes, I have to get that game, and I'm gonna be in love. Because let me tell you, baby Brittany is not very different from adult Brittany.
Really
and
not.
I love horror. Baby Brittany love horror too, and demons and stuff. So yes, absolutely.
It hasn't changed a bit.
I really haven't.
She's worse at video games now, I think. But.
Okay, I don't. First of all, I'm not really that bad. He's over-exaggerating. And second of all, I don't remember being not as good as I was when I played the first Devil May Cry when I was like 12. But
because you wouldn't have beaten that game if you were that bad. But we'll see.
But I'm really not that bad.
We'll see. Like
I'm really not.
We didn't have a lot of time to play 5, which we'll get there.
True.
We'll get there. But
I got an A.
So first one, awesome.
Yes.
Dante, you met Trish, who was the awesome blonde lady. Dante, the son of Sparta.
So cool.
Sparta being this legendary demon that
hero. It's like a demon hero.
that ended up falling in love with a human woman and ended up having twins. And then my phone's going off at primal sin. I'm so sorry.
We'll forgive you this.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Especially you. Appreciate that.
I know.
Thank you.
That's why I said it.
And then you end up fighting your Virgil. And then in one, Virgil was this demon, Nello Angelo, I think. Because at first you don't know who he is because he's wearing this weird mask. And you fight him a couple times. And then it's Virgil. And I don't know how much you actually remember about Virgil in the first part because I know you kill Mundus in the first one, or you at least seal Mundus in the first one. Does this ring any bells with you? None at all. Awesome.
I mean, yes. And then, the last time I think I played the first Devil May Cry was when it came out.
Got it.
So,
okay. So we'll
been
move
a
on.
long
So
time.
first, though, also this game, and I have it in here because I didn't believe it at first. I thought they were just because a lot of Japanese things like animes, they'll just like throw in names from old books or like the Bible just to be clever. Like Ava, there's a lot of religious symbolism that means absolutely nothing.
Does it really though? Does it really not mean anything though? Because I personally beg to differ.
A lot of it's just there
I feel
to
like
be there.
There is symbolism and it does mean something.
Like you can take, and this is from a gigantic Ava fan here. You can take stuff and attribute stuff. A lot of it was just Anno going, yeah. That's cool. Do that. Call that one Raziel.
You know what? I have to say that I don't think so. I think that there is more. I was going to say than meets the eye, but
da, 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 da.
But you know what I mean. I really think there's more to Ava than there is to Ava.
I mean, there's more to Ava than a standard robot show, definitely. But I think a lot of the religious symbolism is just there to be there. We are not. Okay. We are not having that discussion.
Next show,
no.
The psychology and symbolism behind Ava.
Oh God, Shinji is God.
Oh my God.
Okay, and he's just having
you're gonna go with that?
He's having to definitely. Shinji is totally the lonely God.
Has that been confirmed?
No, none of it's been confirmed.
So
nothing's been confirmed by anybody. Anno doesn't even know what's going on because he keeps delaying the freaking movie. I wasn't going to talk about it, but now we're going to talk about it. So Hideaki Anno, the man who works on Ava, the first 2 movies came out, and then the third movie came out. That's right, just got delayed for 12,000 years over here. But then he didn't make the 4th movie because he made Godzilla, Shin Godzilla. Mind you, great movie.
That's fine.
But he's like, okay,
Shin
finally.
Godzilla's the bomb,
yes.
so it's okay.
He announces, great, new movie come out in 2020, or was it 2020 like that? For sure. And now it's like, hey, you know what? I might make a live-action Ultraman. Haha, no more Ava ever. Blah, blah,
oh
blah.
my God, though.
That's still cool.
That's fine because Ultraman is the bomb.
Not cool. Not cool. I'm hitting the mic.
And I would definitely take a live action Ultraman.
Finish Ava.
I can wait for Ava.
No.
I know what happens.
No, you don't. No one does.
I guess I don't.
The rebuild thing is a new story.
Yeah, I guess I could guess what happens.
What happens?
I don't know.
Everyone dies and Shinji cries?
I was lying.
You're probably right.
I was lying. But live action Ultraman would be
I
amazing.
demand Ava 4.0. Give me that and you can make whatever you want or nothing. I don't care. Just finish my story. Give me robots. I need to know what happens to Asuka. Okay? Just
be really cool.
So anyways, this is us not talking about Evangelion. I actually thought to put that in the notes because I was so pissed. And I was like, no, it'll go in a horrible direction. And she brought it up.
And it did.
Actually, no, I guess I brought it up technically with the symbolism. Did. Yeah, it's my fault. Damn.
Anyway, I gotta say, shout out to Ebony and Ivory, the best guns on the planet.
You know, I really actually like Alucard's guns a lot more in Hellsing. They might have been loosed on the Jackal and something else. I forgot what it was.
They were probably based on Ebony and Ivory, let's be real.
True. They were better, though. They actually worked. The guns in Devil May Cry don't do squat.
Yes, they do.
They tickle things, and they lower your style score.
Allow you to kill demons.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, really quick, Devil May Cry loosely, and I mean like loosey-goosey,
super
loosely based on Divine Comedy.
Yeah, Dante's Inferno.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
I mean, loose. I mean, obviously Dante and Virgil.
Dante and Virgil. Yeah. Though I don't really feel so. In the Divine Comedy, Virgil is Dante's guide through hell, And
it could be said, because Virgil shows up several times in the game, that he is guiding you through the castle.
I guess.
It could also be said that Dante has a donut problem and he has diabetes. I mean, there's just as much proof for that. I mean, so many things could be said about that. I mean,
if that's true, if Virgil does pop up occasionally throughout the game, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I spit everywhere.
Because his name isn't even Virgil for, I think, most of the game or any of the game.
Yeah, but then you find out that his name is Virgil.
I'm assuming you do. I also cannot remember if you find out he's Virgil or not in that game. I don't know. Oh my God!
Let us know. What are you doing? Why do you have an alarm for this time?
I don't know. Okay, I do not know. I apologize, viewers, listeners, all people there. It's off. Phone's over there. Cool.
Okay. Please let us know. Do you find out if he's Virgil?
I'm pretty sure you do, because he's not in 2 at all.
But I have a really bad memory, and then this one, I don't even know what his excuse is. But just tell us.
I mean, I haven't played one like you for probably.
It's been a really long time, but you know what? I'm gonna go through and play them all.
Good. I mean, there's the collection now you can get.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
great.
exactly.
The HD remake of the HD remake.
Yeah, well, I'm fine with that. I do want to play them all again.
So 1 though. Awesome game.
Very amazing.
2, not so awesome. Unfortunately, 2, I think, is a serious case of where they took all that kind of like the style and that kind of awesomeness and they ran with it and forgot to do everything else.
And oh my God, the cover for 2. I'm going to talk about this
Sexy
again.
Sexy Dante, man.
Dante looks amazing on that cover with his like red eyeballs. No, they were like orange. Like they were like an amber, orange, red, amber. Things, yeah, amber, like glowy. And then he just looks like super like amazing. Like this, he has this perfect like Greek nose, statue nose. And he just looks amazing. And I saw that cover and baby Brittany was like, yeah, that's awesome. I definitely want to play that. And then I was really sad because I did not like Lady.
Not Lady. No, Lady's different. Lady was in 3.
Okay.
You're thinking of the random girl whose name
Just
I
kidding.
Can't even remember.
Not
who was
Lady.
That was disc 2?
It was
I don't know.
Because you played correct me if I'm wrong, because I might be. But from what I remember, because I have to say, as sad as I am, I did not
Dante
like
was
2.
disc 1, other girl was disc 2.
Okay, yes. So you play half of the game as Dante, and then you play half of the game as the girl.
I think it was kind of almost like a Pokemon situation, but yeah. It was just different levels. But
right?
I mean, that game wasn't very good on multiple levels. I didn't care for the girl at all. Whatever her name was. She was like a female Sheik.
I need to find out what her name was.
I don't remember. Sheik's female.
Bother me.
Hold on. She was like Sheik.
Sheik is female.
I know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What?
But whatever. I just didn't care for it. But
I must know.
It was weird because all the style they added, like they added the they did some cool things. Like they added a dodge button.
Lucia.
Lucia. Okay, cool.
Lucia.
Whatever. Worthless character. Got it. Never shows up again as far as I'm concerned. But they did allow you to swap weapons without going to the inventory, because in 1 you actually had to go into the start menu to swap weapons out, which was kind of killed the flow.
Lady was 3.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
I said that.
Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah, okay.
Lady is cool.
I got him mixed up.
Lady's awesome.
Lady's
back
cool.
off of Lady.
Lucia, I guess
mean,
that's her name.
the name, not so much, but I'm Lady.
Oh my God, look, here's the cover.
Yes, just put it. It's okay.
Can you see the cover?
No, you just put it down. It's okay. It's okay. Moving on.
Okay, sorry.
But you could swap through that. They added I think they added a dodge ability, and they added all these other cool moves that did nothing and were worthless. Like you could run up walls into that weird like gun corkscrew thing. Did nothing. Mm-hmm. It was pointless.
I mean, though I don't think that Devil May Cry 2 was a bad game.
It wasn't very good.
I think I've said that in the past, though. But I don't know.
Made by different people also, which explains a lot.
I don't think that it was bad, but it definitely did not grab me like the first Devil May Cry did. And I actually enjoyed 3.
It was actually,
I know that you didn't.
It was actually painfully easy to was. And it's
2?
It's weird when you talk about style, because Dante was boring in 2. He had no personality. He hardly spoke a word. It was ridiculous. It's like, man, because this was like an older Dante at the time. I'm like, Dante is just a jerk.
Nah, I mean,
2's like a black sheep of the series.
I was gonna say he's a man of like he lets his vibe, his coolness speak for itself, just like John Wick.
No, he's boring.
He's not really.
Yeah, but
John
that's
Wick's
not Dante's personality.
Not the
Dante's
most
a
talkative
Dante
person
is
on
a
the
sass master. He just like
he is sassy.
He's full on sassy.
I do love that.
He's like a Bruce Campbell kind of like he's got to talk or he loses his powers kind of thing. What? It's true. What do you give me the look for?
I was gonna say like I don't think. Okay.
What did I just screw up?
No, not at all. I can dig it. I can dig that. I was gonna say I don't think he's as cheesy as Bruce Campbell, but like maybe
no, but he's the same. I think the same kind of like cheese ball character where he is pretty hokey, and he like
he's
also
I'd say that's pretty accurate.
He's less classy than Ash. Ash is a classy man.
Whoa.
Dante's more like shirtless eating pizza. Ash is more like no pants drinking a beer, which is clearly so much more. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I just like Ash more than Dante. What can I say?
They're both really
Ash
cool.
or Dante, Brittany.
Okay. Oh, don't make me choose. Moving on. Devil May Cry 3.
So Devil May Cry 3 was
Bruce Campbell is the bomb. You can't just. You have to.
He's a god. He's just in his own right because he's also real.
He is real.
Dante is unfortunately not.
Hail to the king, baby.
Thank you. Devil May Cry 3, everyone liked this one. It was returned to form.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it. And I felt bad for not liking it. I feel bad now for not liking it.
I don't understand why you don't like Devil May Cry 3.
The camera was terrible.
No. Okay.
It was Resident Evil camera angles.
Okay.
And I died so many times only because I couldn't see the enemy over there.
But to be fair, the camera angles for all Devil May Cry games have never been perfect.
Up until 3. Yes. They fixed it with 4 because you could control the camera. They did. Don't argue with this. They did.
I feel like...
I promise.
I feel like there were some instances in 4 where I felt like
but it wasn't
where I felt like it was the same.
It wasn't using the Resident Evil set camera angle, and you'd walk and it would just swap over camera angle. I hate.
But what I'm saying is, you can't complain about Devil May Cry 3's camera angles when I felt like 1 and 2.
I am right now. It's
where I felt like 1 and 2 were very similar.
It didn't feel as bad. Like some of the angles in 2 where you would have enemies that would come flying at you from off screen, and it was only 3 that really bugged me.
And come on, you don't play the games for the camera angles. You play because it's awesome.
You play to be able to see what's going on.
And you play because the story is great, and there are demons, and there's Dante. And Dante's amazing.
And girl.
Maybe.
Did you even play 3?
Maybe a little.
Did you like 3 at all?
Yeah, I liked 3.
Ugh.
I played 3. You know, I played all the Devil May Cries with my brothers. So I think that's also why. Because my older brother, I grew up playing games with him, and then my younger brother was born. He's 10 years younger than me, and my older brother's 8 years older than me. So that's like a weird, but the 3 of us played the Devil May Cry games, and I think my younger brother. Oh my gosh, he was a baby.
Yes.
He was like 4.
Quite a baby at that time. You'd have to have been
3.
I just didn't care for it. Also, I'm going to be honest here. Dante in that one, it's weird. Like, it sounds like I don't like Devil May Cry series, but I really do. I didn't. He was. They turned him up so far from 2. It was a bit much. I thought he was kind of obnoxious. I mean, because he was younger, so he was supposed to be, but he was just like, I don't have to wear a shirt with my jacket on. It's
he doesn't have to wear shirts. He fights demons. He can do whatever he wants.
I know.
He's super powerful.
I just didn't care for it.
He's the son of Sparta.
Also, something interesting. I think 2 and 3 you could throw away and not miss any of the story. Because 2 had nothing to do with anything. 3 was a prequel to 1, which you didn't necessarily need. And then 4 and 5 are actually like a contiguous story. Yes, but like you know who Virgil is already. It's nice to see a little bit more about Virgil, but that's it. I mean, otherwise, you get the story in 1, and then and it carries on in 4 with an older Dante with Virgil. Virgil. I know Virgil's in 4. He may have only been added in later. And then in 5 again. That's it. You're good to go.
I'm curious to see where they're going to go with 5, though. So far...
Quit trying to talk about 5. We'll get there.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Well, I'm going as fast as I can here. Devil May Cry 4.
Yes.
Up to this point, by far my favorite.
It's your favorite. Because it has your boy.
Yeah, it's got my boy Nero. And let me explain to you why Nero's so cool. Look, Nero is amazing because he does everything that Dante does. But he also has a sword that you can rev up, which is stupid and amazing in how stupid it is. What are you looking at?
I think there was a spider like dangling from the ceiling, and I was about to swat at your face, but I don't see it anymore, so I'm gonna pretend it was a flying.
Oh yeah, I see.
Oh my God! Don't! I will stab you.
Anyways. So he has this sword you can rev up, which is dumb and awesome. It's like a gun blade. Like, why does it exist? I don't know, but I want one. And then he had this the demon arm where he could like scorpion get over here, everyone.
Okay. The demon arm is pretty cool, and being able to pull
so many
enemies towards you is actually pretty cool, but I can live without it.
It just added to the flow so well for me. It was just great because like you could snare people, or you could just grab them and then jump into the air and grab them, or grab them and then jump in. To me, it felt so much more organic. But all of that notwithstanding, he was voiced by Vash the Stampede.
I mean, Johnny Young Bosch is amazing.
Just greatest voice in the history of the universe.
He has a great voice.
I swear to God.
I thought it's fine. There's nothing there.
There really isn't.
Not anymore. It probably went in your hair. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Hold on a second, listeners.
Okay.
There, cool. Anyways.
Johnny Young Bosch, amazing.
The best.
He's a Power Ranger.
Yes.
That's the best.
He's a Power Ranger. He was Vash the Stampede.
Amazing.
He was the Lamperge from Code Geass.
Lelouch. But what's crazy to me, even though I think he's approaching his 50s.
Yeah, he's getting old.
You can correct me if I'm wrong.
He still sounds like a 12-year-old.
He still sounds like a child. It's so funny. Or like a younger, like, I feel like he could pass for like a teenager or like a really young.
It's something interesting I've noticed where a lot of males, as they get older, their voice will kind of get a little bit more kind of scraggly, but it's still kind of the same thing. With a lot of women, and I'm not trying to be sexist here, just an observation. You can tell when it's an old lady talking to you and not like
really.
And there's exceptions, of course, but just something that I've personally
I don't
observed.
think so. I actually 100% beg to differ because some of the voice, like lady voice actors that are voicing these little boys,
like Goku,
like Goku, or the girl that voices Pikachu. I don't know how old she is.
There's definitely exceptions. I'm just in general.
Yeah. And then also the woman that voices the slime in the Reincarnation Slime anime, which is really, really good, and you should totally check it out. She is in her 30s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's in her 30s.
And she I guess that's pretty young.
I'm saying like as you get old,
you
like
mean
60 or
like
70
60
kind
or
of
70?
Thing.
Yeah, maybe. But I feel like
you hear that? Like it's old people that are 30.
You're
You're 30, bro.
30. I forget I'm 30. I'm like, wait, how old am I again? Didn't I just turn 21?
I'll always be there to remind you, toothpaste.
Kidding.
Always.
I'm kidding.
I never told that story.
Get out of here. First of all, he's lying. We need a lying cat.
I'm just okay. Really quick toothpaste story. It's great. I don't know why we didn't finish telling this, but
I think that's when the ninjas tried to come in.
So Britt is getting ready, and I'm like, "Can we go? We're gonna go." And she's like, "Hold on, I gotta brush my teeth." And mind you, at this point, she'd already walked out of the bathroom with the toothpaste in hand and set it on the counter, and she's looking around, looking for the toothpaste, blaming me as she does for everything that she loses. And I'm like, "It's right here." She's like, "Why'd you move my toothpaste?" I'm like, I didn't.
Okay, but here's the real story.
It's not the real story.
He moved it, and he was messing with me because he likes to do that. He likes to come into my bubble and mess with my things and pretend that I just forgot about it.
I really don't. I do sometimes, but 90% of the time, you just move stuff, and you don't know where it is.
And I'm like, who invited you anyway? Please stop messing with my things.
So whenever she forgets, whenever she forgets something, I'm like, I don't know, toothpaste. Where is it?
Okay. Anyway.
Should we tell the cell phone story that was in your pocket?
No.
That was a good one.
Anyway.
If you want to hear that, leave a comment on the YouTube channel or on social media if you want to hear
Dante is best boy.
Brittany's cell phone story. So, but 4 awesome game. Oh, I've never been so sad when I got to the halfway point and had to play as Dante again.
Oh my God.
I'm like, no, it's just Dante. And he's got like a rose in his mouth.
And
what the heck?
You know what's really funny? And I told you this comparison and I'm going to say it again. I really feel like, I don't know how many of you guys read comics, but I feel like Dante he's like the level of cool that Hal Jordan is. And I feel like Nero is like the Kyle. And there's nothing wrong with that because Kyle's really cool too. But Kyle is just like a tad bit. I love him because he's an artist, but he's a little too sensitive.
And I will respond to that as I've responded before.
And I feel like Nero's like super sensitive.
That's
not a problem.
Kyle, when he's written properly, is easily the best Green Lantern ever.
I mean, Kyle is really
awesome,
cool.
And he's born for the role. While Hal, while being interesting, and being cool, is bland.
I don't think Hal is bland at all.
Just like Dante is kind of like, oh, look, at this point now where we are, where it's like, oh, look, it's a guy with a sword and guns. Big whoop.
I just think I think there are many layers, but he's written to be cool and to kind of be like this.
Yeah, but that's like trying all your life to be cool or just being cool like Nero. Like Nero's just cool.
But Dante is just cool.
Nah.
I mean, Nero, don't get me wrong.
Dante needs to shave.
I like
especially in 5. He's looking really crotchety, man. Like, oh my God.
Nero is cool. He's fine. I really like him. I'm totally fine that he's the Kyle Rayner of Devil May Cry. I just And it's so cool. Like, hey, I dig...
Just don't forget, okay, when Dante destroys the world and loses his mind, who's going to save the day? Nero.
That's true. And I really dig his sensitivity. I think that's sweet. But he's just not as cool as Dante. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, you're incorrect.
That's
and that's
all I'm
okay.
saying. He's not as
and
cool
I know
as
I'm in
Dante.
the minority there, but I'm sorry. Vash is better than Dante.
Okay, the voice. That's not fair.
By default.
You can't judge it by voice actor. That's not fair.
Take it all into account, man. Take it all into account.
Bosch is pretty nifty.
Plus, and once again, talking about 5 really quick, plus he has a freaking robot arm in 5.
God.
Here's Dante, okay? Here was Nero, and then Nero got the robot arm.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm sorry. He has a robot arm that shoots beams. I don't care. Dante could just go out back and cry for all I care. It's like, I mean, if Dante wanted to be a robot, I might care.
Oh my God.
I've said before, I'm biased and I don't care. I just am. But so 4 was amazing, and then we move on.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I thought the story for 4 was really sweet.
Yeah. It was like a love story.
Yeah,
It was great.
and I thought that was really cool. I really liked that.
I also liked how Nero, I don't think they acknowledged, like, you're pretty sure that Nero is Virgil's kid in 4.
Did you just say that? No, I know. I believe this.
Yeah, because his sword.
But is that a spoiler? Do you know?
I mean, a spoiler for 4.
Did you just spoil Devil May Cry 5 for everybody?
No, because I've played an hour of 5.
Yeah, but you don't find that out in 4.
Virgil's sword, Yamato reacts with Nero.
Yes,
it's pretty obvious.
It has to be.
In the very least, he has the blood of Sparta, so he's either Dante's or Virgil's kid.
Okay, but they don't say anything about him being Dante's kid.
No.
So I think that and then he's with Dante.
He's crazy Uncle
all
Dante.
the time.
Yeah.
So I feel like the only other option would be
It's Virgil.
Unless there's some long lost brother.
Third brother.
Or maybe Sparta's alive.
Dante, Virgil, and Steve.
Did you take that into consideration? Maybe their dad is alive.
Yeah?
That's probably not true.
Probably not. He's probably Virgil's kid.
but probably.
What were we saying? Sorry. Anyways, we need to get this one over with. So you know how Devil May Cry 2 was all style and no substance? Right? What we talked about a couple minutes ago?
Wait, I'm sorry. Their dad is dead, right? He didn't just
Sparta
disappear?
is dead, yes.
Okay, that's what I was like. Wait.
Dead.
He's
yes.
dead.
He's dead. He's supposed to be dead.
But he's like dead?
Dead. He's supposed to be dead.
But he's like dead. He may be dead. You get what I mean? Anyway, continue.
He's like comic book or anime dead, where you didn't see it, so it didn't freaking happen.
Okay.
So, Devil May Cry 2, all style, very little substance, right? I think we can all agree on that.
Devil May Cry 2 was not my favorite.
Yes, we can agree on that. Yeah. So DMC, in my mind, was the opposite. It was a solid game, a very good game that was appalling to look at. For one reason only, and that reason was Skunk Boy Dante.
Okay.
Homeless Dante.
No.
Scrawny,
opinion?
Disgusting, hasn't had a shower in 20 years Dante.
No, he did not look like that. He did not look that bad. And personally, actually, I feel like in hindsight, and especially looking at pictures of DMC, I don't think he looks that bad.
He looks so bad.
No, he doesn't.
With the scars and the bruises.
And I feel like he does have the same, like he shared similar features with Dante.
The facial features,
and
yes.
His facial structure.
If Dante didn't like have a shower and had a horrible haircut.
Just imagine Dante with shorter hair and he's a little bit thinner.
And terrible hygiene and like
No.
nasty clothes
What? Where are you
and
getting
like
this
a
from?
clearance jackets.
Oh my God.
And these horribly designed guns with fingers on them that look so uncomfortable.
I think that is a gross overexaggeration.
That's fine.
I don't feel like he looks that bad.
Hate Dante and DMC.
If the gameplay is solid, I felt like that was a fine game, so it doesn't really matter.
DMC, in my opinion, would have been a fantastic game if it wasn't a Devil May Cry thing. It could have been just something else.
I think it was interesting that they chose to reboot Devil May Cry.
They tried to reboot it, and it didn't do well.
And then yet,
because people are like, well, this isn't Dante.
And then yet they obviously had sequels planned. Well, yeah, because it's a reimagining. It is a retelling, just like with Lara Croft. It is a different
But unlike that,
Lara.
that was a good game. And although Lara Croft still doesn't have her guns yet, which pisses me off. But
I mean, Tomb Raider is great.
Yeah, it is, but she still doesn't have her guns yet, and that makes me angry. 3 games and where's her iconic guns? We'll do it later.
What?
Yeah, her dual pistols that she was like literally known for. You know,
But
Lara Croft was known for two things.
Yeah,
It was the pistols,
I know,
definitely.
I know. But oh, shut up. No, really.
Possibly two other things.
Oh my god.
It's her shoes.
Anyway, moving on.
But just
oh yeah, I remember that scene at the end of the first Tomb Raider for the PlayStation where she's taking the bath.
Yep.
And then she's like, she shoots
the
the screen, which I think is amazing. Fantastic.
So DMC though was it played differently also to me. I played it and because it was made by a different studio. It played to me a lot like Heavenly Sword, where you had the weapon that you could switch between the normal, the heavy, and the quick version. So it played great. It just felt odd. It was really cool how the levels would like try to like rebel against you, and you'd have to like, because the world itself would kind of like fight back against Dante. Like that was all super awesome. It just wasn't Devil May Cry. And I think they realized that.
But I feel like it was very much Devil May Cry.
I don't think so at
Like
all.
it still resembled and felt like Devil May Cry. It didn't feel like it was, you know what I mean? Like to me anyway. Yeah, yes, it's a little bit different. And yes, this Dante character looks different, but
it's not even different. He just looks horrible.
I don't think he looks
He looks
horrible.
like Dante, but thrown in the trash.
Oh my god.
And not allowed to eat.
Oh my god.
It's horrible.
I think that is...
Let me make a comparison, okay? You have Dante, this super cool, snazzy, stylish, kind of awesome guy until 5 when he forgot to shave. Kind of guy like you're Dante from 2, like awesome, sexy, kind of looks like Geralt, kind of like very attractive,
yeah.
kind of
Geralt
like
is amazing.
dangerous, kind of awesome kind of guy, right? And then you have Dante from DMC, where it reminds me of what they did to
And look, this, I'm sorry, I just had to look again.
He looks like Nero once again.
Just like Nero.
If Nero didn't eat and was thrown in a dumpster.
No, they're even a similar size. They're the same size.
Dumpster.
Look at their legs.
Dumpster.
They're the same size.
I'm sorry, he's just dirty. Look how dirty he is.
And look, his face. He looks just
dirty.
like Dante.
Dirty.
Personally.
Dirty. It's like what they did to Lobo. Okay, we've had this conversation before off mic.
But he doesn't even look that different.
He looks horrible.
I know we had that discussion about Lobo and how we were saying like, okay, so what I said was the original Lobo was a reflection of the time period, which was the early 90s.
And he was amazing.
And like that biker.
And he was amazing.
You know, like
But
style.
there are still bikers in the world.
I know there are.
A lot of them.
But he was a reflection of the 90s. And I feel like the new Lobo, when they made the new Lobo.
And killed him just as fast, by the way, because everyone hated it. Like this Dante.
He was a reflection of that particular time period.
Of the Skrillex era.
Of the style of that particular period. And I felt like there was nothing wrong with that.
I was so glad it flopped.
Change is fine.
When it's good.
I mean, there's nothing wrong.
That Lobo wasn't good. This Dante wasn't good. And the numbers back it up.
I'm looking at this Dante.
He's disgusting. Look, I'm editing the show. I'm editing the show, so it's fine. I'm going to edit it. If you're offended by profanity or if you're offended by bleeps, look away now. That Dante was a punk.
He was not. Okay.
Period.
It was not that bad. Not that bad.
All there is to it.
Look at him right now.
Stop showing me pictures that people can't see.
I know.
Because I'm not going to put them up.
No, I'm going to make you put him up.
He looks. I'm not going to do it.
Okay, you should look it up.
Hey, Matt, editing, don't do it.
It really doesn't
he
look
looks
that
dirty
bad.
and disgusting. Period.
He does not look that bad.
Whatever. Well, let's just move on.
He doesn't
we can
look
agree.
any dirtier than Dante.
I'll side with the sales numbers that weren't very good and the no sequel they made.
I just think that it was really weird. I don't think people were like, we don't want a reboot. We want a sequel.
No, people were like, we don't want this Dante. He's disgusting. Never do this again, please. And they didn't.
That's just
Thank
what
God.
I think. I think they wanted the characters that they were used to because we weren't done with them
Yes, we wanted
yet.
more story. You're right. Especially
So
right after 4.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We wanted more story. Exactly. Especially right after
That's what I'm
4.
saying. They could have made this any other game. Like, we've had this before where it could have been literally any other game and it would have been great.
But I feel like it's fine. And I have no issue with it being a part of the franchise. I just see it as like an alternate.
Dante, my man.
Like an alternate.
Take a shower.
Dante.
Have a cup. Have some Hot Pockets.
Oh
buy
my
a better
God.
jacket. That Dante reminds me a lot of the same kind of like
You're so
jerk that
terrible.
Dante was in 3, where he's just like this kind of like obnoxious dweeb.
He looks
and I just didn't
fine.
like him. He's just obnoxious.
Okay.
I'm just gonna take this away
It's
from you
just
now.
it's
So you
just
can stop looking at pictures that people aren't going to see. This is not going to help.
I guess it just boils down to like personal preference.
You're also a lot more
and
forgiving,
opinion,
and I think he was
am
disgusting.
More forgiving, but
like the game
he's never gonna be
good. It just wasn't Devil May Cry.
Hashtag not my Dante. He's never going to be
He wasn't.
my real Dante, but he's fine.
But I think even you can agree with that it wasn't a Devil May Cry game. it wasn't. Like, the gameplay, it was just a hack and slash, but like it didn't have the same kind of thing. Like, it didn't feel the same. It felt like a good hack and slash. Like, Bayonetta is a great hack and slash, but Bayonetta isn't Devil May Cry.
Oh my God, Bayonetta is totally Devil May Cry.
No, it's not.
Yes, it's Devil May Cry with a girl.
That's how they market. It's the closest thing to Devil May Cry out there, but also it's not like...
That's 100% how they market
Once again, we'll go back to
Bayonetta.
like Blood Rain. It's not, like it's...
No, Blood Rain is nothing like
That's
Devil
what I'm
May
saying.
Cry.
It's a hack and slash. Like, the Bayonetta's the only game I'll say it's like, yeah, it's kind of Devil May Cry-ish.
It's definitely.
It has the same kind of like stylish kind of thing, but that's fine. DMC, like, Bayonetta was more Devil May Cry than DMC was. A lot more.
That's fair.
1,000% more.
I don't think 1,000%, but
1,000 billion
I think
percent.
it's
That's
fair
a real
that
number.
I feel like, yes, Bayonetta is definitely closer because I feel like it is definitely a female Dante. She's a female Dante.
Like, DMC was Nintendo going, hey, let's license out Zelda and see what comes out of it there. Ooh, that's different. Wanna Gamelon, great game, right? And
I just stopped listening to you.
I'm just having to counterpoint you because, once again, I think DMC plays great. I don't look at it as a
fine.
Devil May Cry game. It's
Like I said, it's like an
G Gundam.
alternate.
Okay, here we go. Robots.
Oh no.
Do you want to hang on a second? Do you want to just like say Mylon Secret
Oh,
Castle
no.
really quick?
Mylon Secret Castle.
Cool, awesome.
And
Robots.
If you haven't played it yet, what's wrong with you? Okay.
Hang on. So G Gundam, right? G Gundam was the first alternate universe Gundam series out there, and it's about a Gundam fighting tournament. So think of like Enter the Dragon.
Yes,
So
which
G
is
Gundam,
amazing.
great show,
God, I love
not a
Enter the
Gundam
Dragon.
series at all.
But it is because
It's
it
not.
has Gundams.
It's not a Gundam show
But
though,
it's
in the
called
sense of
G
literally
Gundam.
every other Gundam out there
It is
except
a
for Build
Gundam.
Fighters. No.
It is a Gundam
but
show.
it's not a Gundam. It's a Gundam.
Okay.
It's like Zengi if you're a bad guy, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad guy.
It's
It's
just-
like that. It's a Gundam show,
Just
but it's not
because
really a Gundam show.
It's an alternate. That's like what I was saying. It's an alternate timeline.
It's alternate timeline, but also a substantially different experience. So, like
But it doesn't make it
thematically, it's not a Gundam show.
any less of a Gundam.
Just like
because it's still
thematically, it's not a
called
DMC game or
Gundam.
Devil May Cry game. Does that make sense? Like, it
I
is
get
Devil May
what you're
Cry, but it's not a
saying.
Devil May Cry. Is bad guy. I like how my
Oh,
go-to
man. I know,
analogy
you
is
say
always
that all the
Gundam.
time.
It's the best.
Okay.
But it's true.
And then
He's bad guy. So Devil May Cry 5, right? So we have to acknowledge that once again, my PS4 is packed, and we're both really busy.
Mm-hmm.
We played this game for maybe 2 hours tops,
But so far, it is
but
so
really good 2 hours.
And it really reminds me, like soundtrack and all. I'm like, yes, this
is Devil May Cry again.
this is
This
what-
is not DMC.
I'm about to slap you. This is Devil May Cry. This is amazing, and this is why I love Devil May Cry. It reminded me of why I love Devil May
So
Cry,
good.
and I think that's the best type of sequel. It reminds you of why you love that
But
franchise,
it expands.
But it expands
Yeah.
upon it as well. So,
It's so pretty.
I mean, the formula, if it ain't broke,
Like
you know what I mean?
visually, dude. Oh my god,
Oh,
it's so
oh my
pretty.
God, it's
Yes.
gorgeous.
Like wow, it's really
And
nice.
I have to admit, your boy is looking pretty
Nero
good.
Nero's on
He's
point,
very
man.
handsome.
With his spoilers for people who haven't watched the trailer or seen the cover, Nero's arm is sliced off,
Yeah.
his demon arm, and it's replaced with this robot arm called a Devil Breaker, and you can. Once again, why Nero is even more the best
Oh
now.
my God.
You can swap through these Devil Breakers, and they have different abilities. So you start off with this one called the Overture, where it has like an electric attack if you hit circle or B or whatever controller would be. But if you hold it, you can charge it, you can overcharge it, and self-destruct it, doing this big mega attack. So far, the best Devil Breaker for me, although limited, is the Jabrera, whatever it is. Its standard circle option just gives you a lot of like air maneuverability and some like dash attack power. But if you hold it down, Nero kind of like leans back and goes, "Have a taste of this good stuff." Other words, and then a massive
that.
like Gundam beam that you can just like sweep across the level and murder everything. It's so good.
It is pretty nifty.
And there's like a
have
dozen
to
or
be
so different
real.
Devil Breakers you can get throughout the game. I was looking at a list of them. It's like, yes, including the Mega Buster.
I heard
Yeah.
that. It took me a bit. Yeah, I heard that.
You're
I think
like,
that's.
"Huh?"
I think that's really cool.
It's just a glorious game thus
Well,
far.
it's
Like it's
Capcom.
pretty. Of course it's Capcom. Mega
always-
Man has to mean everything.
they
They'll
always-
never make a freaking Mega Man
I
game
know, but
again.
you know they always throw those things in.
Make a game. Well, no, that's right. No, they did. They did make one, and it sucked. You're right. My bad. It didn't suck, but the newest, was it 12, 11? Was it 11? Oh God, I can't remember now. Oh no.
It's 11.
Oh, Dan's going to kill me.
Dan's going to kill you. This is amazing.
Dan, it wasn't good. It wasn't that good. I'm sorry.
Dan, I just want you to know that I'm on your side.
It was better than Mighty Number 9. I will give you that. It was. I mean, it's not hard, but
oh my god! Ow.
Man, I'm gonna hear it. I'm gonna hear it from a lot of people for just forgetting Mega Man entirely. It's like, what? They don't make Mega Man games anymore. I can guarantee this: they don't make Mega Man Legends anymore or X. So.
I mean, to be fair, though,
the good Mega Mans. Oh. I'm going to get stabbed.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk in Arlington, Dan just going to like jump on me and slit my throat.
I can see it now.
And he's like, what's that you say about my Blue Bomber? I'm saying he's not good and X was better, Dan. Because, never mind. I'm just moving on. God. It's going to keep going. Like I can hear him arguing with me right now. He's going to listen to this and be like. So anyways, Nero, best part of the game, hands down. We haven't gotten to play as V yet.
Yeah, but V is pretty cool.
He looks kind of like if DMC Dante like cleaned up and took a shower.
Oh my god!
Kind of what he looks like.
But he's a little. He makes me laugh because he's like darkness.
Yeah, like thou art evil, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
With his like cane, like I've seen some gameplay of him. He looks really cool and weird. And then nifty. Dante's obviously playable, and then Trish is there, and Lady's there, who showed up in 3 that we talked about. That we never talked about her in 3. Yeah. Lady, best part of 3, Lady, awesome, like totally human demon hunter with a bazooka with a bayonet on it. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Super cool. So she's back in it, and then this new girl whose name I forgot, but she's a Southern lady with lots of tattoos.
Oh my god, she's so cute.
And very limited clothing options.
She's like, so far, and we haven't seen like that much of her, but I love her.
Yeah, she's adorable.
She's precious.
And she was living with Nero, who's like with his like little Kyrie lady, and he's working in a garage. Mm-hmm. Can I just say I love what a nice guy Nero is. So there's a cutscene in the first like 20 minutes of the game, so not that big a spoilers, where you see how Nero lost his arm. Mm-hmm. He's working on a car in this garage, and this guy kind of walks up to the door, and he's like, "Oh, hey, you hungry? Oh, good news, dinner's on. What can we do for you?"
I mean, he was more like, "Hey, who are you? What are you, hungry?" Like,
and he was like, "Good news, dinner's on."
Yeah, she always makes extra. So
he's being snarky, but offering him food.
He's still being snarky, but yeah, he is
like so cool. And then this guy rips his arm off. This guy who's just, for the record,
I feel like
definitely Virgil.
I have a feeling like he knew that there was something going on.
Yeah.
And then he was like, what is this mysterious figure? Yeah. I have this vibe.
Yeah. I think it's cool that just Nero's just being like nice guy Nero.
Yeah.
And he gets his arm cut off.
It's cute. Yeah. It is cute.
But yeah, this other guy, so not spoilers because it's my opinion, but definitely Virgil. The guy who cuts his arm off. Definitely.
I think it's Virgil too.
Yeah.
Because I even told you that I was like, $10, that's Virgil.
Totally. Yeah.
Or a Virgil minion or something.
It's
I
Virgil.
don't know. Yeah, probably.
It's Virgil.
It is. Yep. Straight up.
Yeah, I don't know why Virgil's trying to destroy the world again.
And I know. And they're gonna do a whole like,
Daddy didn't love me, you will accept me kind of thing, or
like I was gonna say like a Star Wars I am your father. Yeah, thing.
I feel like Virgil just doesn't care and just wants to use him, and Nero's gonna be like, "You will acknowledge my existence, Papa," and then beat the crap out of him. Because if it's like Dragon Ball Z, the kids are always stronger than the parents. So Nero's going to pull a full-on Gohan here. And this time, unlike Gohan, not become just this worthless human being by the end of Dragon Ball Z. I hate that. I know I've said that countless times, but I hate how Gohan was the strongest in the universe, and then he wasn't because he found books. What's that? What kind of message is that? Like, what kind of message is that? It's like, hey, don't read books. You're going to become weak and powerless.
Yeah,
that's not a good message.
It's actually pretty terrible.
I mean, it's not good at all. I mean, there are other things where he also found Videl, who kind of like wouldn't let him do anything because she was, I don't know what's with Dragon Ball and lots of angry wives. You know, it's like Chi-Chi's like, don't you be dead, and then Videl's like, and it's just angry. And then Bulma's Bulma's kind of the same way also after a while. What the hell?
That's not true. They're just sassy.
Yeah, but they're mean.
And because, to be fair, like, Goku is kind of dumb.
It amazes me that Goku ever had kids. It really does. Like,
Vegeta is mean. He needs some sass. And
I love Vegeta. He's forever the whipping boy.
Vegeta's the best. But
he really is just the whipping boy forever until the end of time.
But he has an attitude problem.
I forget the term for it, but it's a term like that in anime where there's always the loser bad guy, or he's like a rival like a loser rival for the entire show, and he never wins. It's like Jared in Zeta Gundam or Viral in Gurren Lagann. It's this guy who's always there to be like, I'm going to get you this time. And he always gets the crap kicked out of him. And it's like, man, you poor fellow. Or it's like Graham and lots of Gundam references in Double O. You know what I mean? Like where it's always like the returning guy, and he never wins. And he's just like, I'll get you next time. And he goes limping away. And it's kind of like Monster of the Week fashion. That's totally him. And it's the best. What is? Like that's also Nero at this point. Nero is the the loser bad guy.
Aww,
it's like Dr. Robotnik.
poor Nero.
Same thing. It's just poor Vegeta, poor Nero, poor all these people. And they're often the best characters. They're just like,
yeah.
No,
Vegeta's a great character, absolutely.
Yeah. He's just such a punk. But I mean, I don't have a whole lot more to say about 5. I haven't played much yet. I need to. I just need to unpack my PS4 in a week and a half and then be able to play it again. Or I'll just go over to your place and play it some more.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's so good. It's really good. And you play as Nero, and he's got a robot arm, and he's still got, instead of the demon thing, he has like a grappling hook, so you have like a Zelda hook shot attached to your arm, and your sword still revs up. It's great. And you have this ridiculous revolver with 2 barrels on it. That's just so stupid. I'm just like wistfully like, it's so dumb and I love it.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, whenever you rev the thing up, you look so dumb, but it's really cool.
It's dumb. Ooh, thank you for reminding me, Miss D.
And it's really funny.
So Dante's May Crew, Devil May Cry. Since
Dante's
3
Bay Crew
has had the Dante's Bay Crew, it sounds like kind of like a dance troupe.
Oh god.
Speaking of dancing, there is the Faust hat in this, which is glorious.
Oh my god, the best.
That's a very
best.
divisive thing. A lot of people are like, that's the dumbest thing I've seen in the world, and I'm like,
I don't care. I love it because
Dante just got
Dante's
that
amazing.
much cooler in my eyes because he just doesn't care that he looks like an absolute idiot. Cool. But
Continue.
Devil May Cry 3 has had the style meter where you're awarded style points and a grade and
God.
so Britt's first fight in this game, for several fights, she got a couple of D's for dismal,
Whatever.
not for darn good,
Look,
not for dashing or daring,
Here's the
dismal.
thing, okay? First of all, over exaggerating.
No, it
really
was
wasn't.
you got
Lion
one
Cat,
C and a couple D's.
It really wasn't that bad. I got an A.
At
Remember?
the end of the
Remember?
level.
It doesn't matter.
At
I got
the
an A.
end of the level.
And what matters is that I got through it and it was fine and I was really sleepy when I played. So I should also get extra brownie points for that because I was sleepy.
Pity points.
And
I'm just gonna say my
and
first
I don't know if
fight.
you're like me, but when you get really sleepy, you're just like
First fight, picked it up.
to the
S.
world.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Because me and Nero, we just kind of blend.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not that good at that game at all. Like I'm terrible at it, but I get the vibe.
That's
I get the
right.
Nero
It just
vibe.
it needs to be me and Dante and
So your first Dante fight, you're gonna get a super smoking style or sexy
Hey,
smoking
man.
style or whatever it's called.
Nero's cool too.
Triple S rank.
Nero's cool too, but
He's
I
just,
get an A.
He's the better legendary demon killer. He just is. Because he has a robot arm. He has a rocket punch.
I mean, that's cool,
Nothing
but-
is cooler than rocket
I mean,
punches.
that's cool.
Nothing. Except for 2. Nothing's cooler than
You
a
know
rocket
what'd be
punch
really,
unless
really
a rocket
cool?
punch with a drill for a fist.
This thing keeps hitting me, and I keep thinking it's the spider that I
The
saw.
spider's like on the table, like, "Ew! I know it was you. It was the spider.
I knew it was you. Oh man.
But so good. So anything else to share on Devil May Cry? Oh, we forgot a
Nope.
game, actually.
What did
We
we
forgot a
forget?
game. Dante was also in Shin Megami Devil Survivor. Was it Devil Survivor? I think it was. Or was it Nocturne? I forget. You don't remember this?
No?
Yeah. He was
What?
a playable character in one of those games where you, like, I don't know, playable. You, like, had to fight him. Do you don't remember this at all?
I really don't
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think
That's
it was
fun.
actually Nocturne, actually. I could be mistaken, but I think it was Nocturne. It was like featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series. It was
That's
like,
pretty-
What?
That's pretty funny.
But
awesome.
phenomenal series. We'll get back to you on how much we like 5 next show because we're going to do another show in 2 weeks. And
Definitely.
hopefully I'll have a chance to play. Like, I'll have just
Yes.
moved in 2 weeks. So you're going to see me just be like, just dead. Absolutely dead on my feet. I'll be so tired. But we'll do more. So, yeah, we're going to get out of here, I guess, then. I mean,
Yeah,
let's
because
see,
it's midnight and
time-wise
I'm totes ready for Whataburger.
Oh, my God. Yeah, cool. Good Lord. Oh, yeah, we need to get dinner. I think I have something else. Whatever. But yeah, but as always, thank you for watching, listening.
Thank you so much.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on social media. You can also email us at
Podcast at GameOverVideogames.com.
That's right. That's podcast at GameOverVideogames.com.
Do it. it.
Thank you for watching. This has been Game Overcast, and I'm your host, Matt.
And this is Steve signing off.
All right.
Just kidding, I'm Britt.
We'll see you later. Bye,
Good
everybody.
night. A strand from the web of a golden spider is as strong as a steel wire of the same size.
Yes.
Wow.
I thought it was supposed to be stronger.
Snipple. I mean Snapple.
That sounds like kind of a T Gone Wild thing there. little snipple trip. Anyways.
Whoa. Whoa, what was that? That scared the bejesus out of me.